Welcome to another My Two Good Hands video. Yep, we're in the motorhome and we're getting ready for spring. It's a ways off. One of the things we noticed in our motorhome when we're in the shower, it gets kind of dark in the shower. We're going to show you that. It's interesting because there's lights in there, but when you close the shower curtain, it gets dark. So we're going to try to add a light. Now, what we did was we've got a light that we're ready to go with. We're going to experiment with the wires, see if it's bright enough for what we want to do, and then we'll get on it and see if we can figure out how we're going to sneak the wires through to hook them up. Because again, that's your issue in a motorhome. Hard to snake new wires, but I think we got a plan. So here you can see I'm in the bathroom. You can see it looks pretty light, but what happens when we close this is it gets even darker. I don't know if you can see how dark. See, it's lit up in here pretty good, but when we close this, how dark it gets in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put a light right up in here. So we're going to start by taking the stuff apart here. We're going to take this out, and we're going to take this piece out and see if we can figure out how to get the wire and power over. Helpful tip when you work in your RV. That's a drain with a screen, so no screws will fall down there. Oh, we'll lose screws down there. Let's lay a towel in the bathtub before we start. Got ourselves a pan to put our screws in. We're going to start by taking this one out. Looks like it'll come out pretty easy. That stays up there by the look of it. So we got the first part down. You can see we got wires here. It looks like we've got a blue and a white. So it looks like we'll be able to crimp into there. That's going to be easy. Next step here is to take this other piece down. And it's up there pretty good. So we'll move our bowl so we can reach and get into the shower. So we're back. You can see the styrofoam in here, and you can see what we've got. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to burrow through here, right here, into the other side, over here, to hook up the wires. So we're going to go get ourselves a straight piece of wire that we can poke through here to make a hole, and then we'll thread our wires through. So what we got was a small piece of rod. We think we can come up here and push this through like this. Look, that came through all the way right here. So that's pretty good. We know there's nothing in between, so we have to make a little bigger hole. We're going to get a piece of tubing, so we can make a little bigger hole through here, but you got the idea here what we're going to do. And then you see we've got these two wires right here, which go up there. We'll just have to figure out which one goes to which here, because we're going to use these two wires and hook our other to it. We don't know which way they're going to be, so we're going to have to do some figuring. But because we got to have positive and negative the correct way because it's LED. Okay, let's make a little bigger hole. Get the wires through here. It's like snow. There it is right there. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so we got our two wires. We're going to see what we can do here to get them plugged into these. I'm not sure they'll go in far now. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have to cut the wires here and add our add these to them just to see which one is positive and which one is negative. Once we know, we'll be all set. One thing we're going to have to do is get some blue connectors because we know that we won't be able to get the pink connectors. You won't be able to get all that wire back in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a couple blue connectors and we're going to get our wire cutters. We'll be back. So we cut our blue wire already. We're doing these one at a time. And we're going to crimp this connector on here, just like this. You can see that's attached there. And you got a switch here to turn the fan on and off. And that's the wire we're using. You can see we got fan still works, so that's good. Lots of dust. So we're still good so far. We're going to cut the other wire, put this in, and then we can test our light to see which is positive and negative. If you take our two wires, we could say silver. So these are silver and gold because it's speaker wire, but it's way bigger gauge than the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and tuck them in there and see which one lights it. So the first thing we're going to do is this way. And that lights it. So we are doing the silver. So, you know, the silver goes to the blue. Silver to blue. Now to push these through, we're going to cut this off. So cut that off. I'm going to cut it again anyhow. But what we're going to do is we're going to take you out in the other room. We're going to go mount this to the upper duct. So we can figure that out. So let's go to the other room and work on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this on here. We know that it's on right now, so on is up. So we'll mount it this way right here. We're going to mount it. And what we're going to have to do is figure out the screws. And we'll put 4 screws in that. So we got to pull off these plastic covers. Got the 2 plastic covers off. Now we can figure out how to mount this. We also have to drill a hole for this behind it. So we're going to put 4 holes here, 1 hole towards the center in here. So we're going to hold that like that when we do it, just like that. It's a very thin plastic, so be careful there. So what do we need to do? We need to position this close. Then we need to pull this away and come up with a spot for the wires. That's our hole for our wires. We believe we got a big enough drill. Let's see. What do we have for a big enough drill? Did we get it big enough? Yes, hole's big enough. So the next thing we need to do is with the light here, so that we don't pull on these wire connections, we're going to tie a knot here. So the knot does not go through the hole and allow us to make a mistake pulling the wires and yanking them loose. And we're going to take this, we're just going to put a knot here. So that knot will not, this knot will not go through that hole. Now we're going to string the wires through the hole here. Push this through here. Be very careful with that plastic shroud. It is very fragile, I'm telling you. And there you can see how the knot won't go through. Now we're going to take the wires and just tuck them behind here. We're going to put this like this. And we got to remember up is down. So it's on right now, so it's got to go this way. Want to be like this right there. Let's switch to our other drill and get a hole drilled and start putting some screws in. Pretty much by eye here. And just start a hole. You feel that go through. Now I'm going to put one screw in there. Scratching the table here. So we're going to put this up here. This on there. And we get our screw here. Get our screw here. And over here. You can see we got to get our wires tucked. We're going to tuck our wires up here. Again, go real easy with your screws. You don't want to have it come apart on you. Crack the plastic. Motorhomes vibrate when they go down the road, so sometimes you want to make sure your screws don't vibrate loose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little piece of tape on each one of these, just like this, and we'll tape the other side too. Put them there. Now we have to put the lenses back on. Gotta peel off this plastic protection, and we'll put the lenses back in here. Now I can turn this over on the table and see what we have in the back here. Again, we're going to put a little tape on our screws and our wire there. So now we're going to put this back up. Make sure you got your screwdriver and screws in your pocket. And take this wire up here, and we're going to tuck it through here, right through to the other side. You can see her coming through here. We're going to take this like this, pull it through like that. And this is how we do it. And then we're going to take a screw from our pocket. We can get it right, lined up with this. Silver to blue, okay? Remember that story? We did silver to blue. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut it off right about here. Lay it down a little bit more. We don't need this piece. You can go back out and go back in our spare wire storage. And then we're going to have to strip this. Put this here. Beauty is you can strip both of these at the same time. And you can test it again. So let's test it again and see what we got here. So we said silver to blue. That's this way. And then the copper will go in here. Hey, there's our light. Boy, that's much nicer in there, that's for sure. All right, so there's where we're at. We're going to have to do these one at a time here. And what we'll do is we'll put this all back together before we screw the other one in case something comes loose. But let's crimp them up. Well, here we are inside our shower with the light on. This is what it was with the light off. So this is with the regular lights, and you can see what we've got in here. Yep. You can see, you can look all the way down to the floor, see how dirty and dark that is. But now you turn the light on, and look what you got here. You can see everything. You can even see down below here real nice. So that's a great thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's where the light is. And you just use the switch here, pull it down to turn it off. Well, there's the end of the My Two Good Hands video on auxiliary lights in your shower. You can see the before and after. That was just fabulous. So don't forget to like and subscribe, post notifications on. Use the Amazon links to shop and help support the channel. Thank you very much.